Have you ever really wondered what separates the top 1% from, well, everyone else? It's usually not about luck or money or anything like that. Nope. It often starts with something way simpler. What they do between 5 and 8 in the morning. So let's break down exactly how they do it.
So let me ask you this, and be honest with yourself. When you wake up, is your morning a launch pad shooting you into your day with energy and purpose? Or is it an anchor weighing you down before you even get out of bed? The answer to that question, well, it changes everything.
And look at this. This chart really shows the whole story. A huge, staggering 90% of people start their day in what we call reactive mode. Hitting snooze, scrolling through social media, rushing around. Only a tiny fraction, just that top 10%, are proactive. They use their morning as a secret weapon. And that's the divide we're going to show you how to cross, starting right now.
Because here's the thing you have to understand. Your morning is your future. Seriously, that first hour isn't just about waking up. It's about setting the entire trajectory for your success, your mood, and your focus for the whole rest of the day.
This right here, this lays it out perfectly. Every single day, you have two paths in front of you. On the left, you've got that chaotic, reactive morning. We all know what that feels like. But on the right, you have the proactive morning, built on purpose, clarity, and momentum. Our whole goal here is to get you living on that right-hand path.
Okay, so how do we actually build that proactive morning? Well, it all starts with two really foundational habits, connecting your purpose with some good old-fashioned physical motion. Let's talk about your why and your body.
So here's the first major key. Successful people don't just happen to wake up, they wake up for something. They start their day with a clear intention, a why, that literally pulls them out of bed instead of being pushed around by notifications and everybody else's emergencies.
Steve Jobs famously asked himself this question every single morning. It's such a powerful check-in, right? If the answer was no too many days in a row, he knew he had to change something. That's purpose in action. It's your internal compass telling you if you're actually heading in the right direction. So, here's a simple challenge for you. Tonight, before you go to sleep, just write down one thing, just one, that makes you excited for tomorrow. It could be a project at work, a workout, anything. The goal is to let that vision become your real alarm clock.
All right, next up, habit number 2. Moving your body in the morning isn't just about your muscles. It's really for your brain. Getting some exercise early on releases chemicals like dopamine and endorphins. We're talking about nature's own motivation and happiness boosters. It gets your mind sharp and ready for the day ahead. And listen, you do not need some 2-hour session at a fancy gym, a quick 15-minute walk, a few push-ups right there on your floor. That's all it takes. Consistency is so much more important than intensity. Think about it. High achievers from Richard Branson to Dwayne Johnson make this a non-negotiable part of their day for a reason. A body in motion really does create a life in motion. Okay, let's get into our third habit. And this one is absolutely critical in the world we live in today. It's all about building a kind of mental fortress to protect your focus before the digital world tries to invade. Because the second you pick up that phone in the morning, this is what you are letting into your brain. You're basically inviting thousands of other people's problems, their agendas, their anxieties, all of it, to take over your mind before you've even had a chance to decide what you want to focus on. I absolutely love this rule from Oprah. It's so simple, but so incredibly powerful. You're claiming that first hour for yourself, for reading, for thinking, for journaling, whatever. It's how you stay in the driver's seat of your own day instead of just being a passenger in everyone else's.
So, how can you actually do this? The rule is super simple. No phone for the first hour you're awake. That's it. Instead, spend just 10 minutes with your own thoughts, a book, or a journal. What you're doing is training your brain to prioritize your focus over all the world's noise.
Okay, so we found our purpose, we've moved our body, and we've protected our mind. Now it's time for the final piece of the puzzle, creating a crystal clear blueprint for success. This is where we literally start to program our brain and our day.
This is such a fantastic way to think about this. Visualization isn't some kind of magic trick. It's pure neuroscience. See, your brain has a hard time telling the difference between a real memory and a really vividly imagined one. So when you visualize your success, you are literally programming the GPS coordinates for where you want to go.
So, just try this. For 2 minutes tomorrow morning, just close your eyes and see your goals as if they've already happened. But don't just see it as a picture. Feel the emotions of achieving it. Hear the sounds. You're basically tricking your mind into believing it's possible. And that belief, that's what drives powerful action.
And finally, we have habit number 5, and this one,
This is what separates people who are just busy from people who are truly productive. Look, being busy is easy. You just react to everything that comes at you. But being productive, that takes a plan. It takes clarity, and that clarity is born in the morning.
I mean, this table says it all, doesn't it? A planned day is focused on your top priorities, and the result is this feeling of calm momentum. A busy day is just a whirlwind of random tasks that leads to stress and total chaos. Which side of that table do you want to be on?
You know, even billionaires plan their day down to the minute. Elon Musk is famous for his 5-minute time blocks. Tim Ferriss reviews his priorities every single morning. So your turn is super simple. Before you even start working, just define your top 3 most important tasks for the day. That's it. That's your roadmap to winning the day.
So we've just covered 5 really powerful habits, and I know it might feel like a lot, but here's the absolute key. Do not try to do all of this at once. Perfection is the enemy here. The real goal, the only thing that matters, is consistency.
And that's why your challenge is so simple. Just pick one. Seriously, just one of these 5 habits. Maybe it's not touching your phone. Maybe it's doing 10 push-ups. Just commit to doing that one thing tomorrow morning.
Because you have to remember this. The small, almost insignificant choices you make every morning, they compound over time. It's like compound interest for your life. These tiny little adjustments create massive, life-altering changes down the road. It all starts right here, in those first few moments of the day.
Because ultimately, every single morning presents you with a choice. You can choose the same old path of reaction and chaos, or you can choose the path of purpose and momentum. So, the only question left to ask is, what will you choose tomorrow?